evening. Welcome to South Asia Newsline. I'm Lipakshi Khurana. Here are the top stories we are tracking for you on Tuesday, the 23rd of February. Another round of four-nation meeting begins to discuss Afghan peace process. Indian President kicks off budget session of Parliament. And Nepal PM visits India's quake-hit Bhuj for rehabilitation lessons. And now for all the details. The budget session of the Indian Parliament began on Tuesday. The government is looking forward to pass several key legislations in the session.
The first day of the budget session of the Indian Parliament saw President Pranab Mukherjee calling for productive debate and discussions in the House. While the first phase of the budget session will last till March 16, the second will resume from April 25 till May 13. During this, the federal government will seek to pass several bills, including the long-due Goods and Services Tax or GST, which is being dubbed as a major tax reform. The session is being seen as crucial after the last two sessions were washed out due to disruption by opposition parties on several issues.
मैं आशा करता हूं कि सदन का उपयोग गहन विचार विमर्श के लिए होना चाहिए। सरकार की भी भरपूर आलोचना होनी चाहिए। सरकार की कमियां भी उजागर होनी चाहिए। और वही एक मार्ग है लोकतंत्र को मजबूत बनाने का, जन सामान्य की आशा आकांक्षाओं को परिपूर्ण करने का।
The government had held a series of meetings with the opposition parties to seek their cooperation for smooth functioning of the parliament.
A Pakistan investigation team has revealed that the 2012 deadly inferno that had engulfed a garment factory in the country's southern city of Karachi was a planned sabotage and terrorist activity. 259 workers lost their lives in the incident, which is considered to be one of the most deadly industrial factory fires in Pakistan. A report.
Based on available evidence and expert opinions, it is concluded that the factory fire was not an accident, but a planned sabotage and terrorist activity, the joint investigating team has stated in the report. According to the report, the Punjab Forensic Science Academy's tests have proved that the blaze was caused by explosive material. The report also stated that the act was allegedly carried out by members of Muttahida Qawmi Movement or MQM due to refusal by the factory owners to pay extortion of over $1.9 million. The report has also recommended the police for lodging an FIR under the Pakistan Penal Code and Anti-Terrorism Act against these suspects, including Hamad Siddiqui, who is considered to be a prime suspect of the deadly inferno. The government will then issue red warrants against these suspects who are currently living abroad, officials stated. The report has also criticized the earlier investigation team for dealing with the case in an unprofessional manner. On the ill-fated day of 11 September 2012, a major fire broke out at a garment factory belonging to Ali Enterprises in the Baldia town of Karachi, in which 259 laborers lost their lives. The earlier investigation had called the incident an accident and had charged the factory owners for their negligence in the protection of workers. However, a joint investigation team was formed last year to re-investigate the case after the Rangers had claimed that Muttahida Qawmi Movement was behind the deadly fire.
Moving on to news from Afghanistan, the fourth meeting of Quadrilateral Coordination Group of Afghanistan, Pakistan, China and the United States began in Kabul on Tuesday to review the progress on peace talks between the Afghan government and Taliban. Setting a date for the resumption of talks topped the agenda. Afghan Foreign Minister Salahuddin Rabbani emphasized on the government's priority of a peaceful negotiation at the opening of the meeting. The Taliban, roiled by factional infighting since last year's confirmation of the death of their supreme leader, Mullah Omar, some 2 years earlier, has not yet given a clear indication about whether it will take part in any talks. New leader Mullah Akhtar Mansoor has laid down preconditions for taking part in any talks, including the withdrawal of all foreign forces. But officials in Kabul have expressed hopes that at least some parts of the insurgent group can be persuaded to join the talks to end the 15-year war in the country. Health sector in Gilgit-Baltistan is slipping from bad to worse. With no proper medical facilities and government's non-serious approach, people in the region are finding it hard to cope. A report.
Locals in the disputed territory of Gilgit-Baltistan are ruing over the government's indifferent attitude towards lack of basic medical facilities in the region. Patients are often forced to travel to other cities like Islamabad for treatment. Problems for residents in Gilgit-Baltistan never seem to end as government has turned blind eye to their plight.
सरकारी अस्पतालों की हालत इंतहाई नागुफ्तबे है, डॉक्टरों की शदीद कमी है और अद्वियात तो बराइनाम मिल रहे हैं। लोग बेइंतहा मुश्किलात का सामना कर रहे हैं सरकारी अस्पतालों में। तो ज़रूरत इस बात की है कि सूबाई हुकूमत और वफाकी हुकूमत गिलगित बल्तिस्तान में कोई ऐसा बड़ा हॉस्पिटल बनाएं ताकि लोगों को बुनियादी तिब्बी सहूलियात मैसर हों और लोगों को यहाँ से रेफ़र करके मुल्क के किसी और सूबे के किसी बड़े अस्पताल की तरफ रेफ़र करने की ज़रूरत भी पेश ना आए।
While the well-offs resort to private hospitals, ordinary people find it hard to afford basic health benefits.
50 या 60 साल कबल बनाए गए मुख्तलिफ अज़ला के डिस्ट्रिक्ट हॉस्पिटल से लोग अभी तक गुजारा कर रहे हैं, जहाँ पर जदीद मशीनरी तो दरकिनार आम पुरानी फरसुदा मशीनरी भी मैसर नहीं है और उस मशीनरी में जो भी टेस्ट होते हैं वो बाहर की प्राइवेट जब टेस्ट होते हैं तो उनसे रिज़ल्ट और नताइज जो है बहुत ज़्यादा मुख्तलिफ होते हैं। उनके पास जो फैसिलिटीज़ हैं, माहिर डॉक्टर्स हैं, जदीद मशीनरी है, उसी हिसाब से वो एक फ़ीस लेते हैं। तो यकीनन एक आम आदमी जो है उनकी फ़ीस को वो अफोर्ड नहीं कर सकता है। ऐसे में उसको इलाज की सहूलत से महरूम होना पड़ता है।
Gilgit-Baltistan, which was earlier known as Northern Areas, was originally a part of India's princely state of Jammu and Kashmir until its occupation by Pakistan in 1947. While Islamabad makes tall promises for development of the region, the reality has different story to tell.
Meanwhile, Nepal's Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli on Tuesday visited India's western city of Bhuj to take stock of the post-earthquake reconstruction works in the city after the devastating 2001 calamity. Nepal is currently trying to rehabilitate its people who were hit by a similar tragedy last year.
The Nepal Prime Minister inspected reconstruction work carried out by then Chief Minister Narendra Modi's provincial government in Gujarat. A deadly earthquake had struck India's western Gujarat province in January 2001. Oli's visit to the province is aimed at the learning of post-earthquake reconstruction work as Nepal is in the process of rebuilding after a devastating earthquake struck the country last year.
हम यहाँ सीखने आए हैं कि कैसे पुनर्निर्माण प्रभावकारी ढंग से किया जाए, कैसे जल्द से जल्द अच्छी तरीके से किया जाए। और हमारे यहाँ फिर हिमालय प्रदेश है, ठंडी का प्रदेश, लैंडस्लाइड होता है, अब ठंड बहुत है, उस जगह पर हम विलंब भी नहीं कर पाएंगे।
A 7.9 magnitude earthquake and following aftershocks had killed over 10,000 people and caused extensive damage to property in the Himalayan nation in April 2015. India played a crucial role in providing relief to the people of Nepal after the earthquake, becoming the first country to provide a team of the National Disaster Response Force along with relief material. India recently also pledged an assistance package of $1 billion for the post-earthquake reconstruction to Nepal.
Spectacular dance performances by classical dancers of India drew huge audience from around the world at the much-celebrated Khajuraho Dance Festival in the country's Madhya Pradesh province. The week-long dance festival, held annually against the spectacular backdrop of the magnificently lit Khajuraho temples, highlighted the richness of various Indian classical dance styles with performances of some of the best exponents in the field. Well, that's the way it was in South Asia this evening. Before we conclude, the top stories once again. Another round of four-nation meeting begins to discuss Afghan peace process. Indian President kicks off budget session of Parliament. And Nepal PM visits India's quake-hit Bhuj for rehabilitation lessons. Now our viewers can watch the show on SouthAsiaNewsline.com. You can also visit us on Facebook.com/SAsiaNewsline and follow us on Twitter @SAsiaNewsline. That's all in tonight's edition. We'll see you same time tomorrow. Good night.